At the John Daly Major Ed Foundation, we also focus on making sure that we partner up with great organizations. Great organizations like St. Jude's, great organizations like the Boys and Girls Club, our friends at Warriors for Freedom, our friends at Force 50 Foundation, which provides veterans the health care that they need. As you can see, we are the safety net at the John Daly Major Ed Foundation to make sure that no one gets left behind on the field of battle and that you're taken care of in the home front. God bless you. God bless the United States of America. Hoorah!
Are you an E or a C?
Both have Ridgeback.
These are loaded with tech.
Which one are you gaming? Definitely E for me.
It's just so forgiving.
I'm definitely an E.
C is for Cheka. What else?
C is for kill it.
C is me. Low spinning bomb.
So, are you an E or a C?
I don't know. Hey, wait a minute.
Pound for pound, nothing comes close.
Hello, this is BCF.
You see that?
Calling you back.
They called after 5 days during the show.
Please visit.
Please, and now they're telling me that they're not helping me.
Access.
Isn't that a beautiful thing? And they hung up. So not only did they make me wait 5 days for a phone call, they call back and then they say, "Please call back." It's a beautiful thing. And I didn't call them. They called me.
All right.
Yeah, it's a beautiful thing. So I've been trying to call people for 5 days. 5 days. And every time I call, leave a message, we'll call you back. Yeah, it didn't work out really well. So let's get back to the Masters.
Welcome back to Biggs Golf Talk. And this segment is sponsored by Tour Edge Golf. Pound for pound.
Nothing comes close. Hey, I thought
close. Well, you took too long.
I was gonna be Amanda today. I was gonna fill in. I was filling in for her.
I waited a quick second and you never jumped in.
Nothing comes close.
Golf's
I'm
most
excited.
solid investment. Tour Edge Golf. Are you a C or are you an E?
Billy's a C.
And
C,
Big John's an E.
C, E.
E for excellence.
Something like that.
Yes.
Yes. The Snuffly Excellence.
Snuffly
Excellence Award goes to Big John.
Praise of the week.
Snuffly. Smell it. We'll take most.
Praise of the week.
Snuffly.
Spell it however you think you can spell it. There's no wrong way, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, let's talk about the Masters. Tiger Woods actually surviving and golfing all 4 rounds. Bill the Golffather Cuevas. He did state in the news conference after round number 1 on Thursday that he had a team, a recovery team, if you will, that helped him recover after the round, and they were prepared to do whatever they needed to do to get him back on the golf course the next day. And they went through some extensive treatment, some massaging, and probably some deep therapy. We know.
Can you imagine what that looked like?
Yeah.
It's incredible. It's an incredible thing. I mean, even him, I believe he finished either 44th or 48th, something like that. But even for him to compete at that level with the devastation that man has gone through.
On that golf course.
And on that golf course. Because that golf course, while everybody's like, oh, it's par. It wasn't shooting par. They said it that they were shooting that course at, I don't know I think the first day was +1, +2 on the golf course. That's for them.
They were talking about the golfers that were under par had extraordinary rounds.
Yes. So, I mean, can you imagine that they set up the golf course to not even shoot par? That's crazy, man. So, but congrats, Tiger. Look forward to seeing you more and more and more and more. But let's talk about everybody else. The people that were missing. Let's start with the people that were missing.
All right, let's start with Phil Mickelson. Phil Mickelson, obviously, rumors have it that the Masters had disinvited unofficially Phil Mickelson from Augusta National. According to USA Today, Phil Mickelson was not disinvited from the Masters. Augusta National Chairman Fred Ridley told the media on Wednesday in his annual pre-tournament press conference. Ridley said three-time Masters champion informed him via text message that he would not be competing in this year's tournament. Mickelson announced in February that he was taking a leave of absence from golf. He last competed in January at the PGA Tour's Farmers Insurance Open. Quote unquote, from Ridley, Phil reached out to me, I think it was late February, early March, and let me know that he did not intend to play. That was by way of text, and I thanked him for his courtesy in letting him know. I told him that we certainly appreciated that, and told him that I was certainly willing to discuss that further with him if he'd like, and he thanked me, and we had a very cordial exchange. Now it went on to say that some reporters pressed on the Phil Mickelson topic, and Fred Ridley shut them down with some of the questions that were coming out. And obviously Mickelson finds himself in the midst of a heated controversy for derogatory comments he made to Golf Digest and Fire Pit Collective about the PGA Tour and its commissioner, Jay Monahan, as well as the Saudi Arabia regime that's backing a breakaway league led by Greg Norman. And Phil Mickelson, as of late, has taken a backseat to everything, and just trying to refocus on what he's, where his priorities are. And I heard through a grapevine that he has applied to golf, I believe, in the U.S. Open. So we'll see how that goes.
Yeah, I was just looking down and reading the other thing. The people are trying to call me again, but I'm not going to answer this time. I can wait another 5 days. They're talking about they had an extensive interview with Greg Norman they're still talking about the PGA allegedly banning the players who have joined. They're talking about clashes within the schedule, Super League clash schedule, Masters winning playing Canadian, updated Twitter followers with his playing schedule. Perhaps he's not competing. So one of the guys has already decided that he's not going to compete. One of the big guys, Bubba Watson, tweeted out his schedule. And he tweeted it out now. And even he held the highest ranking of world number 2. He is still the kind of high profile player that they want. But we were waiting for all kinds of announcements to pop up, and they haven't. They went silent on everything. So I don't know. I don't know what they're doing or how they're doing, but you see more of the guys. Bryson, he shied away from it. Bubba is now shying away from it on his schedule, talking about conflicts and all this other stuff. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens. We know that Phil wasn't there because of whatever. I think it was a smart move on his part if he did initiate and say, hey, I'm not going to do it. But we got Mr. Cabrera that you talked about in the opening.
Yes. Angel Cabrera right now is sitting in an Argentina prison.
Yep.
He's serving 2 years for domestic abuse, and there's a chance he could face even a longer sentence. But his picture is still on the wall of champions at the press building of Augusta National, sandwiched between Trevor Immelman and Phil Mickelson. His chair at the champions dinner Tuesday night was empty.
Yep.
And if there was an invite to play the Masters this year, no one saw it. Again, reporters was pressing their chairman, Mr. Ridley, about that invite going out, and he dismissed all questions in regarding to Angel Cabrera. But Bill, Angel Cabrera serving time for domestic violence in Argentina.
Yeah, he's still saying that he didn't do it, but he surrendered immediately and went to do his 2-year sentence. Over there, they didn't even, from what I was reading, they just called it battery, and assault. They never mentioned that it's his ex-wife that it happened to. So I don't know if it's because his ex-wife, they're not using the DVI, domestic violence, or not. But it's still terrible that, 2 years, apparently he couldn't prove his
a different
innocence.
country, bro. You can't.
Hey, sometimes I wish I was in a different country, bro.
Charlie Epps had this comment. A lot of kids grow up without a role model and make some bad decisions.
Mm-hmm.
Their anger within them take over sometimes. But it does not justify doing the wrong thing. Now, Charlie Epps, a Houston golf pro who has a father-son relationship with Angel Cabrera. So it's, it sounds like some kind of anger took over, and that's a shame.
Yeah, if it did, I mean, it depends. He's saying no. We don't know. There's three sides to the story, as we all learn in life. His story, her story, and the truth somewhere in between. Regardless, I don't believe in any violence towards anyone, period. But in a different country, you see how quick he's in prison now? He surrendered himself. There's other countries that you could just keep repeating, and there's no recourse that anybody can do. Usually the victim gets to pay, unfortunately.
Now, Carlos Herabedian, who is Angel's lawyer, says there was no crime. He told the Associated Press via phone from Argentina on Wednesday, alleging the charges were brought out of spite and resentment. His lawyer claimed that in the reported cases, the common denominator is that there was no physical violence, but an exchange of high-sounding words.
Yelling. It's insane. Yelling. That's what he classifies, loud exchange of words. And in today's world, I guess depending on where you're at and what part of the world, yelling could be constituting a DVI for you. So it all around. I mean, everywhere is a different system, bro. I hope to see him back. He's a great golfer, minus this blemish. I mean, and there's a lot of guys out there that haven't got caught. A lot of people, they don't get caught. They don't pay the price like he has. Hopefully he comes back. Maybe the master did the right thing and say, hey, we don't know. Was it a plea? Did they take it? There's not too many details about it. His lawyers are saying he didn't do it. There was yelling. And maybe that's wrong over there. We don't know. So we can only hope to see him back in a year and a half.
Another story in the Masters was one Rory McIlroy coming back on the weekend, and Bill the Godfather Cuevas seems to be still slipping his trophy case is the Masters green jacket.
Well, he shot a -8. That was incredible. I think the closest one was a -5 to that. He was shooting lights out, man. He was on fire. I love watching Rory this week, man. He had his family out there. You know what I mean? Rory he's
grown up.
He has this year, because like Rory, and maybe it's just like when these young guys are getting married and stuff like that, they sort of kind of fall off. You saw it with Ricky Fowler, you saw it with Spieth, and then they come back to like a bet like this. You see Rory now after several years of some ups and downs. He's there with his wife, he's there with his little girl, running around and everything. And Rory has gained a voice, with the PGA, standing up for the PGA and his players and doing everything. And I think I like seeing him in the forefront. I like seeing him talk and push what's right, what's wrong, where he's going and how he's going. He's very opinionated, and I look forward to seeing more. So bravo, Rory. -8 bigs when the course. That's 9 under the course because it was shooting over par, which a lot of people don't know. It's a difference. That course was set off for 1 over par. He shot 8 under, which ideally is 9. 9 strokes underneath. Pretty good, man.
Absolutely. And this for your leaderboard, it was Scheffler, McIlroy, Lowry, Smith, Morikawa. Another name that was like wow up there was Zalatoris. He was doing pretty good. Connors, Thomas, M, and another one that people were talking about this weekend, Cameron Champ, and he just like fell apart in round number 4, Bill.
It takes 4 perfect rounds to win at Augusta, bro. 4. The gods got to be with you. And that's this past weekend they were with Mr. Scheffler. I don't know. My English no better good looking sometimes.
Scheffler, yes.
Scheffler. So yes, he did a great job, and I'm glad, man. You know what I mean? A lot of good stuff coming outside, backstories, family man, faith man. A lot of his faith is coming to forefront this week, which I enjoyed reading about. A lot of it, not just within his grip, but just the fact of his faithfulness of God. So especially during this week, Easter weekend, tomorrow. Oh, just forget. Happy Easter all out there. I hope you be safe and have a great, and I hope a lot of kids get a lot of little Easter eggs. You know what I mean? Send me your bunnies. Send Billy the bunnies. Yes. So we can't skip the meal, bro.
Can't skip the meal. Talk about the meal, bro.
Nash, I got it up. I pulled it up. Let me get it out again. Okay, the meal. Appetizers for Hideki's meal for the 2022 Masters Championship dinner was appetizers, assorted sushi, sashimi, and I don't know what, nigiri and yakitori chicken skewers. So there was a lot of good stuff. His first course was miso glazed black cod dashi broth. I don't know. It still sounds good. I don't care how you say it. And then main course was misiyaka wagyu. It's A5 wagyu beef ribeye with mushrooms and vegetables and sasho daka. I know that beef. I think that's that beef that's like that super expensive beef that, you know, they buy for like $10,000. I think somebody won one during a tournament over in Europe and stuff like that, and then they had it back. That's how priceless that beef is. I think that's what they had, Big. So maybe next year we'll get invited.
Let me ask you something, Bill the Godfather Cuevas.
Preach.
Masters Champions dinner.
Uh-huh.
What would be on the Godfather's menu?
Oh, man.
Putting you on the spot right now.
Put me on the spot, man. You know what? Latin flavor, man. We'll go with some, let's see. We're going to have shrimp. We'll have some paella. We'll go deep, man, with some paella. It's rice, shrimp, lobsters, clams. You name the seafood, it's inside of that rice. That's an all meal in one. We're going to have some pasteles. We're going to have some alcapurria. We're going to have some relleno de papa. We're going to have all kinds of stuff. And that's just the start. Then we got to have some rice and beans. You know what I mean? And then for the dessert, we got to go to Valencia down in the Bronx and get that Spanish cake, the true Spanish cake. The thing weighs like 50 pounds and it's only about 9 inches wide because it's soaking good with pineapples and all kinds of stuff. That was easy. That wasn't putting me on the spot. Feed me. The only thing that did to me is like make me want to go back to the Bronx now, man. It's perfect, man. That'd be my master's dinner right there, man. We chow down. Everybody be walking out 20 pounds heavier from that meal. It's perfect. And then you got to take a nap. That would be mine. What would be yours?
Oh, well, I'm glad you asked because I've already had it in my mind for years and years and years.
Okay.
My appetizer
Mm-hmm.
would be garlic shrimp cocktail.
Okay.
My main meal would be prime rib with lobster tail.
Mm-hmm.
And my dessert, homemade pecan pie with ice cream.
That sounds good.
French vanilla ice cream.
You know what I just thought about when you started talking dirty on air?
I didn't start talking dirty.
You were talking dirty, bro. Chicken fried steak.
Oh,
chicken fried lobster tail.
Oh, that one that we had. Yes. Yes.
Oh my God. Can you imagine that on the menu?
With a prime rib on the side.
Oh, man.
That is a dinner of champions right there.
Dude, that was like the most amazing lobster tail I ever had. Who would have thought they call it chicken fried lobster tail? There's no chicken, folks, but it's fried like chicken. And that thing was finger licking good.
It was. It was delicious.
And we got to look over the what is it, the bay? We got to go over the bay.
The bay, yeah.
It was like the most romantic dinner I've ever had with you.
It was romantic.
And not for nothing.
We had candles and everything else.
Everything. The candles.
And we witnessed the wedding on the patio.
Yes.
The wedding.
I was making fun of those people. I was like, don't do it. Get out.
It's not too late.
It's not too late. You can leave, man. I'll pick you up around the corner. We've been lucky. We've been blessed with some amazing romantic dinners from the golf courses and places that we've visited, but I think that chicken fried lobster tail
Tops it.
It was. I mean, that was a meal in itself, man. That was just like, it was amazing. So yeah, I think we'd have to throw that in to our master's dinner.
Absolutely. I think that would be, so when I say lobster tail, it'd be a chicken fried lobster tail with prime rib.
Oh, yeah.
And nobody gets a choice on how the prime rib is cooked. It's got to be cooked one way, and the only way a prime rib is cooked. So there you go.
Yeah, absolutely. Because people are like, can you make this like burnt? Can you well done it?
No.
That's not how we do it, folks.
Don't have to be at my dinner if you don't want it the way I want it.
I just want a little bit of pink. No, let that thing run. Oh, yeah. With some of that.
That's the flavor. That's the flavor.
You remember that restaurant we went to, and they put that fancy butter on top of it? It was like a weird butter that they put on top of that. Oh my God, it was so juicy. Oh, we got to go on a trip. Road trip.
Hey, road trip.
We got to get out. We got a couple opportunities. We got to take place.
Like
I know.
First weekend of May, we could take a trip. I'm free.
First weekend of May. All right,
let's do it.
My schedule hopefully is clearing. It's going to be clearing soon. So let's see how it goes.
All right, coming up next, we're going to make the turn here. Go to stop at the halfway house, and they don't have anything that we're just talked about.
No.
All right. A hot dog and
Coca-Cola.
Or a pimento cheese sandwich. How's that? Let's get that.
Hey, I can deal with that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Perfect.
All right, heading over to the tent tee. We'll see you over there right here on Big's Golf Talk. We'll be right back right after this.